Welcome to West Green, Steve here. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Old man of an onion, Siva Subramanian. He can't make it today. He's got a hole in his ballcock and has to go and get the plumber out to fix it. Welcome to part 11 of the Finney 1928 corridor tender. Here's the instructions I'm working on, all this sheet. This is constructing the A4 body, which I'm doing. I gave it a bit of a scrub, a bit of a clean up. I used what's it called, Barkeeper's Friend, to clean it up with a toothbrush. Works pretty well. But anyway, so I've done all the body and I've had to fix a few things up. I reinstated the beading on the top, not the beading, it's called the angle plate on the top of the division plate. I also, I think I told you, I mucked up the beading, so you can just see where I've joined it just there. So I put a bit more beading on, and what I'm up to now, I'm going to start to fill out all the details. I've got castings to put on the top. I've got these little lifting hooks that go on. Got loads of stuff. There's lots of fiddly little bits to do. But what I've got here, I'll show you, there's two pieces I've got. So the next thing I've got to do is put the raised foot plate up. But one thing I did, made a big cock up when I made the kit. This is my fault. I clamped the side in two pieces of wood. I'm beginning to feel like a plank sometimes. And I put it in the vise. Well, actually, I thought I was being smart. I got some wood screws. But guess what I did? I had this awful feeling that I'd done it. I put a screw through the side of the tender, only a very small one. And so, I'm telling you this so you can just see it there. I'm just started to, it's actually smoother than that. It's so I filled it with a bit of solder. So anyway, don't do that. But what I'm going to add now is the raised foot plate. So I've got the two bits here, that one and that one. They're the next things to go on. Stay with me on this one, stay with me. So, further work on the tender. What I'm doing is I'm putting these little lifting rings on. Where's my probe? Oh, there it is. So there's a ring, there's a plate. There's four of them. There's one there. Hang on, where is it? There's one there. And there's one this side here, one there, and one to go here. So there's the plate on top. That's soldered on. Then what you need to do, if I can see it, where am I? This thing solders in, and through the end of that, I've got to make a loop. Oh, sorry. I've got to make a loop of wire, 0.5mm wire, in a 3.5mm circle. So I've got some 3.5mm wire, which is, sorry, I've got some, this is 0.5mm, and I've actually annealed it, so I just heated it up to soften it. So I'm going to cut a little ring. So what I did, so if I can, sorry, it's not in focus. So what I did is I annealed this end, I wrapped this round, this is a paintbrush, it's about 3.5mm, and then I wrapped it round and I got the pliers and pulled it tight to make a circle, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, sorry about this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it there, there'll be a gap, put it through that lifting eye, and we'll see how we go. That's how I've done the others. Is it the right way? Is it the only way? I don't know. So I'm just going to cut it like this. I'm going to put this down, otherwise I'll lose it. So there's the ring. It's pretty round. I'm going to feed it through that hole, put some solder on it, on that, and use my RSU. I'm going to solder this on. So there's the ring. That's a bit of solder paste, which is that stuff there. So I'm going to see if I can put it in the hole. So there's my RSU, there's my probe, and that's my foot switch, which turns it on. As you can see, that's on now, but it's not hot. The only reason it gets hot is if I earth it. So on here, I've got a ring where it joined in the eye. So right, let's turn it on. Oh, it's not quite. There you go. Now I've got some down there too. To solder it to the top of the body. I've got some down here too, so I can solder the ring. So there you got it. I've done it. Soldered it on. So there's this plate soldered onto the top of the tender with a hole in it. Then I put the lifting ring through with this 3.5mm brass wire. I've soldered all that in. That's rock solid. Soldered there. That's where the joint is. And I just put a tiny bit of solder there so this doesn't lift off, because these are pretty fragile, as you can imagine. Anyway, why do I do it? I must be mad. So far so good.